Good morning, Crusty Crew. It is Sunday, June 2nd, and I have to head out to pick up dog food and a couple other things. So let's go into town with the information that not only is COVID running rampant, especially now that tourist season has bumped back up, there are 3 confirmed human-to-human contact cases of the bird flu. N95 season is upon us. Make sure you have your N95s ready and raring to go. I sure do. Good morning, Crusty Crew, or good afternoon, I guess. Welcome to the new angle that you'll be seeing me at because I have some nice natural lighting and my desk is now standing. There will be a video at some point fairly soon walking you through the process of how I made my new live edge standing desk all by myself. She was very helpful in building the base, actually. Not so helpful in the sanding portion. Now, were you? I would really prefer if you weren't standing up here. Would you like to come down now? Come here. Come here, my little bug. Oh, bug. So, today is Sunday. We are being functional today. I have taken a lot of breaks. I went into town this morning. I had to go to Walmart to pick up yogurt and just like energy drinks and just snacks to sustain me, to make my life okay. And then I had to go to the pet store to get her some dog food because she was just about out, and then I had to get gas. So I've been kind of resting since then, and it's about like 2:30, 3 o'clock right now. So we have lots of filming to do today, do some backlog filming and such, just to kind of get us through the week. Now that I have a nice new easy setup and a nice will to live. So there we go with that. Yesterday was really rough. So we had an emergency vet visit with my senior dog Sadie. It wasn't like a proper, like, true emergency, but it was one of those things, like, if you were a human, you were going to urgent care and not the ER, but, you know, they don't have, like, an urgent care vet, sadly. So apparently she has, because she's got a crop tail, which was not my decision. I was, like, 10 years old, whatever. She was purchased from a pet store. She's a puppy mill dog. And, you know, she's lived a good life for a puppy mill dog, because she's almost 15 years old. And I don't really look at her little nub tail often. I wipe her butt because she wears diapers when she's going to be home alone for, like, 8+ hours in a day, because she's old. And that just happens sometimes, you know, incontinence is normal for senior citizens, and that's fine. I don't mind it. So we have reusable diapers that we use for her, and I wipe her butt to make sure she's nice and clean after each use, but I had never noticed that she had, like, these weird-ass bumps on her nub because her nub is covered by fur. And one apparently burst. Not Saturday, but Friday. And I looked at her butt to wipe it, and I was like, oh, there's a piece of poop stuck in your fur. Was not. It's like a growth off her tail that burst. We had gotten the bleeding under control Friday night. That was okay. We were working on it. Saturday, her and I went to the farmer's market, and we had a really nice day. and then she tore it open on something. I think while she was in the car, she does circles in my back seat, and she has a hammock, so she can do circles safely without falling. And she just smeared blood everywhere, and I couldn't get the bleeding to stop, and I was like, okay, this is like right near where you poop, so we can't have you having like an open wound there. Like, that's just asking for an infection. So we drove the 2 hours to the emergency vet, got her on antibiotics. They cleaned out the wound really nicely. And I called my vet already. They're not open on the weekends, my regular vet. I called them because the emergency vet recommended that we have surgery to get it taken off. But there is a concern because she apparently has like a level 3 heart murmur. So not really sure if surgery is super safe. I'm going to be discussing that with my vet moving forward, and we're going to kind of take it into their hands because it's not like an active problem as long as we keep it like clean. We're thinking it might be okay, so it's already starting to scab over. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what my vet recommends. I respect them greatly. If they say, yes, you should have surgery, it should be okay. Like, obviously, we're going to go forward with that. But if they say that they don't think it's a necessary thing, like, I don't want to do it if it's not necessary for her at her age. She's almost 15. I don't want to put her at risk. I'm more concerned with her quality of life at this point, rather than, like, aesthetics or small issues. So I don't know what we're going to do with that, but we're going to do something. I will be meeting with my vet at some point, hopefully fairly soon, to do an examination and make some decisions. So we'll see what happens there, but something's gonna happen because that's my baby. So other than that, I've just kind of been trying to be easy with myself today because I have a lot to do this week, and I'm having a pretty significant amount of anxiety. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a bunch of mass filming to try and get some things taken care of, and then from there, I don't know. We're just gonna figure it out as we go, I guess. Try to get a bunch of editing done if I can. If I can't, I don't know. I'm not making any grand statements for today because I'm just feeling like some anxiety. So, wish me luck. Hi. So it is Tuesday. This lighting is subpar at best, but that's okay. So I'm outside with the dogs right now. They're just kind of meandering a little bit because I just got home from work. And it's been okay. We have a lot to do tonight, but I'm just kind of going to focus on doing one thing at a time. And so I just got their new 30-foot leashes attached to the porch. My senior likes to meander. She doesn't like to be outside with other people. She likes to just do it herself. So I just set up those that my mom just bought for me, and then I need to feed them. And then I just need to try to get as much done as possible, but we're going to take it one step at a time and not plan too far in advance tonight. And I'm just going to take whatever I can manage and run with it. Okay, hello, good morning, crusty crew. It is Friday, June 7th, and I'm not emotionally prepared for today at all, so I'm gonna give this update with Bug. Oh, okay, Bug does not want to be emotional support right now, and we're gonna respect Bug's wishes. You could be my emotional support. So I just got something dropped in my lap, and I'm not happy about it. And I'm not happy about it because I was given like less than 24 hours to like emotionally prepare for it, and I'm not the kind of person that you can drop a lot of things in my lap. Like, there are certain things that I can manage, but this particular thing, which involves my family, I cannot. I definitely need more time and more resources to like pull the energy from, and I'm already super low energy this week because Sadie. So the fiasco with Sadie was, she went to the emergency vet on Saturday because she had like a cyst or a tumor or something on her little tiny nub tail that like burst and was bleeding everywhere, and it was like right next to her little butt. And I was like, we have to get this cleaned out, we have to get this taken care of because of how close it is to where she shits. That's infection central, so we've been dealing with that, and the emergency vet told me so many things. And I love my emergency vet, they're very kind, but they told me so many things. They were like, you probably need to have this surgically removed. They talked about how she spins in circles and how that's normally a neurological thing, so implying that she had a brain tumor. There were a couple other things that she brought up out of nowhere, and I'm just sitting in the emergency vet like sobbing, and I'm like, you can't be telling me that she potentially has tumor in her butt, like cancer in her butt, she potentially has like cancer in her brain. Like, you can't be telling me all these things right now. I am actively involved with my vet, my regular vet. We go there once a month. Like, I spend so much money on vet care every single month, so like, you can't just be dropping all of these things on me as I'm just crying because my dog's butt is bleeding. Like, so she dropped all that on me, so I, like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I was just, like, out of it. Like, every day, I would pretty much come home from work, take care of them, and then I would plop her on the couch, and Sadie Bug and I would all just fall asleep on the couch together. Like, nothing else got done because I was just so emotionally dead that I couldn't even fathom existing without having like real answers from our regular vet. So on Wednesday afternoon, we went to the regular vet just to do a checkup, just to talk about surgery and if that was something that was necessary. The emergency vet also talked to me about a new and developing heart murmur that Sage has. So I was just in panic mode. And my regular vet, they had me meet with the surgeon specifically just in case surgery was necessary. And surgery is not necessary at this time. The risk versus reward is not worth it for something that she thinks is just like a little fatty tumor or a cyst, which Sadie has both of those throughout her body. So that's normal. And she was like, I don't think she has a brain tumor. I don't think she has cancer. We're going to monitor her heart murmur. And she was like, the thing I think we need to look at the most because of her age, because she's almost 15, is her dental. And watching her heart murmur to potentially see if we could do another dental. She had a dental like a year and a half ago, but she needs another one because she got stinky old people breath. And she thinks that that would be the main thing that would cause her discomfort in her old age. Like if gum disease and like teeth issues started to get worse. So our regular vet was so very kind and gave me all of my energy back, and she was like, no, she's fine, you're doing great. We're going to watch the heart murmur, and her and I agreed that we're going to watch it throughout the summer months because she doesn't do very well in heat, and we're going to wait until winter to kind of start making those decisions because she does a lot better in colder temperatures. So the heart murmur might be stress-induced, it might be heat-induced, it's a level 2, so there are things that could be causing like it to flare up a little bit more now in comparison to what it might be like in December. So now I have my energy back, and now I'm just having it sucked right out of me yet again. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Literally like 24 hours notice for this scenario. So I already called my mom and I already cried about it. So here we are, having a great time. I love my life so much. Today is going to be so great. I'm bringing Sage to work with me today because her little injury on her butt is still not healed enough for me to feel comfortable putting a diaper on her, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. So she's just gonna come with me so I can look after her and take her out throughout the day and all that. The next thing that we need to do is we need to pick my audiobook for the day, because I finished Monstrilio like 2 days ago and I really, really enjoyed it, but now I don't have an audiobook because I didn't create a TBR for this month. Why didn't I create a TBR for this month? I don't know, because I wasn't feeling emotionally stable enough. That's why. But honestly, right now I'm feeling kind of horror-y. And I say that because I really, really, really enjoyed Monstrilio by Gerardo, Sámano, Córdova. There we go. So I actually really, really, really enjoyed it. Like, I'm giving it like a 4-star. I thought it was really great. But now we have to choose something different to pick up. And I don't really know what I want. I feel like I want horror. But part of me wants like more queer horror. So maybe we should go to the Queer Liberation Library. If you don't know what the Queer Liberation Library is, it is something that you can get on Libby. That is absolutely fantastic. It's free. You can get it anywhere. And it's just a library that you can add to your Libby app. So you have access to queer books. And they have a section of like available now books, because everything that's not available now, there's such a long waiting list on because so many people are using this library, which is so great. But they have an available now library, which I really love. I think it's such a fantastic thing. So they have Queer Little Nightmares on here. That was a fantastic anthology. There we go. They have A Dream of a Woman. I'm interested in that. They have Lake Lore. I'm interested in that. They have Queen of Teeth by Haley Piper. I did read that. I did really like it. They have Love and Monsters by Max Walker. They have Care Work and The Future is Disabled, which The Future is Disabled has changed my entire existence, and I really want to get to Care Work next, but I feel like it just needs, like, I'm still processing and digesting The Future is Disabled, so I want to give Care Work that same amount of time and effort that I was able to give The Future is Disabled. They have Making Love with the Land by Joshua Whitehead. That was fantastic. They have Eric LaRocca books, which I'm not into, but I know that a lot of other people are. So I just scrolled through this, and there were plenty of things that The Western Alienation Merit Badge by Nancy Jo Cullen. That sounds interesting. So there were a lot... AIDS Activists by Anne Silversides. That also sounds good. Okay. So there were a lot of things that I am interested in, but they were all like contemporary romance, and I'm really not interested in a contemporary romance right now. I really want horror. So let's go through and look at A House Unsettled by Tyne Delaney. Ghosts aren't the only thing that can haunt a house. With her dad's incarceration, escalating fights with her mom, and an overbearing stepdad she's not sure she can trust, Asha is desperate for the fresh start promised by a move to the country. Her great aunt Aggie's crumbling, pest-ridden house isn't exactly what she had in mind, but the immediate connection she makes with her new neighbor Cole seems like a good sign. Soon, though, Asha's optimism is shadowed by a strange and disturbing occurrence within the old house's walls. Footsteps stalking the halls, a persistent chill, cold hands around her neck in the middle of the night. Fearing for her loved one's safety and her own, Asha seeks out the source of these terrifying incidents and uncovers secrets from the past that connects her and Cole's families and reach into the present. But as tensions with her mom and stepdad rise and Cole withdraws, Asha is left alone to try and break the cycle of violence that holds them all in its haunting grip. Tyne Delaney's debut novel explores the insidious legacies of violence and oppression and how Black queer love and resistance can disrupt them. I'm grabbing this. This sounds great. So this is going to be my audiobook for the day. So, A House Unsettled by Tyne Delaney. That automatically helped me feel better. So with that, let's go to work.
Hello, Sylvia. You fucking badass criminal. Hello, miss. What gremlin? Yes, you look like a gremlin. You do?
What?
Look like a Harry Potter gremlin. Oh, Dobby.
Hi, hello. It is Monday, June 10th, and I am trying to be a functional human. I am trying to have my shit together. Am I succeeding? I don't know. Let's do a smidge of a book haul, though, to talk about some things that I have purchased, and one thing that I was gifted. So my mom knows that I do be dying, and I was planning to get this book, so I had it in my Amazon cart, and my mom was kind enough to buy it for me. She was looking in the Amazon cart, and she was like, I know you're having a hard time. Have a book. And that's because my mom's the realist. And I can't show it to you right now because you're currently sitting on top of it, but it's Everything for Everyone by Emmy O'Brien and Eman Abdelhadi. Super excited for it. It is, I believe, a sci-fi written by a Palestinian author. I don't know much more, but I'm super interested in it. I've heard amazing things about it, so I just wanted to grab it and give it a chance, especially because it's super small and I couldn't find it like on any of my library apps. Like I have Hoopla through my library, I have Libby through 3 different libraries, I have my physical library, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. So other than that, I picked up from Pango Books Hazardous Spirit by Anbara Salam. This is a Gothic horror mystery set in 1920s Scotland, written by a Palestinian Scottish author. I'm super duper excited for this. This follows Evelyn Hazard, and she is living a totally normal life for a 1920s housewife until her husband outs that he can talk to ghosts. They get absolutely dragged into the spiritualist movement post World War I that was absolutely raging. And she has to deal with the ever-changing reality of her life and whether she thinks her husband is mad or if he can actually speak to the dead. Super excited for that. I cannot wait to pick this one up. I bought this for $4. It's in perfect condition. $4. And then I ended up getting, because this person had this book on their shop too, and I just wanted to make the shipping cost a little bit more worth it, so I picked up the Shadow Glass by Rin Chupeco. This is the 3rd book in the Bone Witch series. I started reading that maybe in like 2015, 2016, and I haven't gotten to book 2 or 3 yet, but I own book 1 and 2, so I wanted to just pick up book 3. I've really been vibing with Rin Chupeco lately. I just read recently The Sacrifice, and I loved it. So Rin Chupeco is just kind of like matching my energy lately. So I want to keep going with their stuff. So that series is now complete on my shelf and ready for me to get at whenever I feel ready. I'm going to reread the first book first, since it's literally, I think, been almost 10 years. And that just made me feel really, really old. So this one's circling like a motherfucker right now, but say hi. Say hello. Are you feeling better? You want to tell everyone that you had butt problems? You had a butt cyst? It was not a fun time. She's feeling a lot better though. She's just antsy and circling right now. It's kind of hot for her. Even though it's literally like 65 degrees, she's still like a little bit hot. So she's just kind of vibing, doing her thing. I just turned on the fan for her, so you can probably hear that. Now, from here, where are we going for the week? I don't know where we're going, honestly. So right now I know that I need to catch up on some social media stuff. I need to catch up on some YouTube stuff desperately, and I need to do some editing for a client that I'm really excited to be doing. I've just been having like a hard time because I want to set aside like actual time for it, and people just keep ramming on into my existence right now, and I'm just like, I have other things to do, and they're just like, nope, slice, your entire weekend is gone. And I'm like, shit, I was supposed to be working this weekend. So, and especially with Pride coming up, I really want to like get stuff done because chaos is consuming my existence. So this week, social media, book editing, reading, and this weekend I have a bunch of Pride merch to make for my local Pride that I have hand digitized and I am stitching. So lots of things to be done. Let's do some video editing right now, and then we'll end the night with some reading, hopefully. Good morning, Crusty Crew. It is Thursday. No, it is Wednesday. Sorry. It's Wednesday, and I have just gotten to work. I've got to turn all my machines on, get my shit running, but we have things to discuss. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So, reading A House Unsettled, a gothic horror YA that I'm actually really enjoying right now. Giving off some similar vibes to White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. Drinking protein shake with espresso. And desperately trying to get my shit together today. So I have meetings today, I have stuff to do today. Yesterday I had a full-blown autistic meltdown that stemmed from the wrong brand of grocery store pizza. Anyone who says that autism is not a disability is entirely wrong. It is the most disabling aspect of my life. It is the worst thing in the world. Some days it's just brutal. So I'm recovering from yesterday's meltdown that stopped me from doing anything at all. So now I have to do all of the things to try and catch up. So wish me luck. Let's get some reading and let's listen to some podcasts because I need some life in me right now. Hi, hello, and good morning. It is Thursday, June 13th. It's not that a lot has to be done today, more that a lot has to be done in general. So I have to try to get as much done as physically possible. So I need to go to work and take care of a couple bigger things at work. We've kind of decided at work that I will be like the holder of Adobe Illustrator because, okay, so my job, we have embroidery, screen print, direct to film, banners, signs, stickers, and vehicle wrapping. So I have my Melco embroidery software, and everyone else has like Flexi, which is like a design program. I don't know. And we were considering giving me Flexi as well because I'm taking on some more stuff and like being a little bit more helpful and just so I can like do things without having to ask other people to help me with them. Like I can just take care of things myself. But we've kind of decided that it might be a better idea for everyone if I have Adobe Illustrator, because that completes like a different purpose. So Flexi cannot read and transfer SVG files into like the AI files that we need and the Flexi files that we need to be functional. But Adobe Illustrator can. So that serves a purpose of making it so I can be a little bit more independent when working on designs. I can convert my own like things into a vector and then an AI so that I can digitize it. So I can convert SVGs that people send to us into like an AI Flexi. So that way other people in the building can use the files that people are sending us a little bit easier. So it overall just serves like a bunch of different purposes. So I'm gonna get the free trial of it, and then I'm going to do a little bit of training on it to just kind of refresh my memory. It's been quite a while since I worked with Adobe Illustrator. I also have to find a new audiobook. I just realized. Let me go get my phone. So yesterday while I was at work, I finished House Unsettled by Trin Delaney. And I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4-star. It was definitely like had some of the same air as White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson, which was a 5-star for me. I loved that book. So this one had a lot of the same energy and I really, really enjoyed it. But now I have to find a new audiobook to listen to at work today. And do I even have like a vibe that I'm looking for at this point? Not really. So we're gonna go on Hoopla and see what audiobooks I favorited recently. I'm honestly still feeling in like a horror kick. I'm thinking about picking up You Exist Too Much by Zaina Arafat, which is not horror, but it is a queer Palestinian, I think, like contemporary fiction. It's about 8 hours. I've been wanting to read it for a little while, and I don't feel like I usually am ever particularly in the mood for contemporary fiction. Like I'm always jonesing for the next horror, but I'm never really looking to reach out to contemporary fiction, even though I tend to enjoy the ones that I pick out because I'm pretty particular about what I pick out in that genre, because I never reach for it. So that is an option. See, the problem is I want a horror by Tiffany D. Jackson, but I've read all the horror by Tiffany D. Jackson that's out so far. The rest is like more contemporary, and it's not that I don't want to pick up her contemporary, it's just that I'm not looking for contemporary right now, which is the problem. Let's look at the Queer Liberation Library again. I was looking at Paradise Rot by Jenny Haval. There's always Johnny Appleseed or Joshua Whitehead. That's always an option. I do love me some Joshua Whitehead. A Dream of a Woman by Casey Plett. So it looks like that is a bunch of short stories revolving around transitioning and living adult lives after transitioning and meeting with people who knew you pre-transition and things along that line. Let's not look at the Queer Liberation Library. Let's look at one of my other libraries. Oh, they have Wicked Bargain by Gabe Novoa. I really wanted to read that. Okay. So our options for today and like the next couple days, obviously, are A Dream of a Woman by Casey Plett, which is a bunch of short stories revolving around transitioning. The Wicked Bargain by Gabe Novoa, which I believe is a queer pirate fantasy. It's YA. I've been looking forward to it for a while, and I just never found a copy, like, within easy reach. And then the other option is You Exist Too Much by Zaina Arafat. So, we have 3 audiobooks to pick from. I'm definitely going to need some audiobooks while I'm playing around with a new program today. And then when I come home later, I have a co-working date with my best friend. So, things to be done. Ear kabooms. Ear kabooms. Let's go make my coffee and go to work. Okay, good morning, Crusty Crew. It is fucking Friday, and it's been a morning. But I've got my coffee. My partner gave me cash for coffee this morning, so. And then a bird flew into my door. My chihuahua put the dying bird in her mouth, and then I cried on the porch while I tried to figure out what to do to try and give him the best chance of being alive. So, my morning has started with fatal injuries for a bird because it flew into my door. Which, like, I know, like, nature and all that, but, like, I feel incredibly guilty because, like, it's dying directly because of me, because my house was in the way, and because my dog put it in her mouth. So, you know, that's where we are. I'm listening to spooky gay bullshit from That's Spooky this morning. I'm drinking an iced caramel latte made with oat milk. And I think that I'm going to be starting You Exist Too Much today while I'm at work. And we're going to see how that goes. I'm feeling a little emotional now, so I don't know what an emotional contemporary fiction is going to do for me, but I guess we're going to see. I have a bunch of work to get done at work, and then when I come home, I need to start sanding some palettes so I can start trying to get my pool set up this weekend. So, wish me luck. I'll give you updates on my reading if I actually manage to get any of it done. Hello. How often am I on camera with no glasses? Not often. But right now, I am about to go and start sanding down some palettes so I can start putting together my little DIY pool deck, because I may be a broke bitch, but I still want nice things. So, let's go do some sanding, try to get my life together. Yes, I have safety goggles. This is my mask. No, I don't have a proper construction, like, mask respirator yet. I'll get there. I'll ask my grandpa for one for Christmas. He funds all of my tools, so it'll be fine.